Let me start with a statement that sounds simple, but it explains so much about teenage boys today. A boy without a why will always find a how, and sometimes that how is destructive. As parents, we focus more often on behavior, why he is rude, why he's always on his phone, why he's hanging with those friends that we don't like. But behind many of these behaviors is not just rebellion, it's the lack of purpose. Today, I want us to talk about why purpose is so important for the boys, what happens when it's missing, and how we as parents can help our sons find healthy direction before the world gives them a dangerous one. So, what does a boy without a why mean? A boy's why is his sense of meaning. It is the reason he believes his life matters, his future is worth working for, he is capable of becoming something good, and his future is worth working for. Now, he is capable of becoming something good. When a boy has a why, he can delay pleasure. He can say no to pressure. He can, he can endure difficulty. But when he doesn't have that in reason, he still has energy, curiosity, emotions, and desires. So he looks for a how to feel powerful, how to feel accepted, how to escape stress, and how to feel important. If no one helps him build purpose, he may build identity around being the tough guy, being sexually active, being the funny troublemaker, being the guy who always has money no matter how much. Remember in Proverbs 29:18, the Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Vision is another word for the wow. Vision is another word for why. Without vision, a boy doesn't just become lazy, he becomes vulnerable. Let me share a real story of a 15-year-old boy, quiet, average in school, not very athletic though. At home, his parents were busy. They loved him, but most conversations were about rules, homework, and mistakes. At school, he didn't feel special. At home, he didn't feel needed. Then he met older boys who were skipping school and making quick money through small illegal deals. Suddenly, he listened to them. They gave him tasks. They called him brother for the first time. He felt important. He felt recognized. He didn't join because he was evil. He joined because he found a how to feel valued, since no one had ever helped him discover a healthy why. Now, what was missing? No one had helped him explore his strengths. No one had spoken consistently about his future. No responsibilities that had made him feel trusted. He didn't lack intelligence, he lacked direction. So, what are the dangers when purpose is missing? When boys don't have purpose, they become more vulnerable to substance abuse, alcohol, and drugs that give him a quick escape and a false sense of confidence. Number two, risky sexual behavior. Sex becomes a way to feel powerful, to feel wanted, and to feel grown up. He may think now he is a man. Number three, peer pressure and gangs. Belonging is a powerful need, and all of us want to belong somewhere. Now, if he can't belong at home, he will belong somewhere else. And guess where? Number four, online addiction, gaming, pornography, and endless scrolling give him temporary meaning and stimulation. Number five, hidden depression. Many boys don't cry, they act out. Anger is often sadness with no safe outlet. In Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1, the Bible says, remember your Creator in the days of your youth. Why? Because youth without direction drifts easily. When boys are not anchored early, the world becomes their teacher. A father once told me, my son was a good boy. Then suddenly he stopped caring about school. But when we talked to the boy said something powerful. What's the point? Even if I try, I don't see my future. Now he wasn't lazy. He was discouraged and directionless. No one had ever helped him connect today's effort with tomorrow's purpose. When boys don't see a future version of themselves worth becoming, they stop investing in themselves. In Jeremiah 29:11, the Bible says, I know the plans that I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. Now, boys need to hear that repeatedly. Whom will they hear from if it is not you, the parent? Their lives are going somewhere. That's what they need to hear so that they have a purpose to continue living. So let me share a few tidbits here and there as a parent that you can use to give your son a why. Number one, speak vision into him. Don't just correct behavior. Talk about his future. Call him out in the positive. Tell him, I see a great man. I see leadership in you. You are a good person. You think deeply, and that's a gift. Talk positive things about him, not who he is right now. Our problem parents is we relate with who they are. They are useless. They are lazy. They are disrespectful. Speak out the future into him, and it will become. Remember, as a parent, you have the power of the tongue to bless or to curse. Boys grow into the words they hear repeatedly. Number two, give him responsibility. Now, responsibility builds identity. Let him fix things. Let him help the younger siblings. Let him make some small decisions. Of course, he will fail. He will make mistakes, but that's a learning platform. Let him handle tasks that matter, tasks that you can be able to gauge even his way of thought and know how to advise him. When a boy is trusted, he starts seeing himself as capable, and that is a motivating factor. It gives him the purpose, and he will want to do it. Affirm him when he does something. Number three, help him discover strengths. Expose him to sports, music, art, community service, all matter of things, so that you can be able to know what is he good at. And then you encourage him to continue doing that. Now, if he's good in sports or in music, don't think it's a bad career. He may need that sport and that music to become that which that you want him to become. But when you deny him to be that he wants, if he's good in music or in sports, he will block and he will say, I'm never good at anything, including that which that you want him to do. Number four, have purpose conversations with him. Purpose often grows from competence. Engage your son in a talk that is positive, that gives him direction. Ask questions like, what kind of a man do you want to be? What problems in the world bother you? What are you curious about? Now, you're not forcing answers, but you are awakening direction. That rekindles something in him to start thinking. Then he also knows that you care about him. You are involving him. You care about his future. Number five, model purpose. If a boy sees adults surviving, complaining, and drifting, he learns that's normal. Let him see you. Let him see you working towards goals, serving others, living intentionally. Let him know what it takes for you to be who you are. The challenge is most of our children don't even know where we get our money. They don't even know what we do. They don't know the challenges that we have to make that money. That's why eventually, when they get this money, they will just squander it because they don't know how painful it was for us to earn that money. Take him one day to what you do. Have a day with him, a day with dad. Let him see what you go through from morning, from the jams that you go through, the stress that you go through in the jam. You get to the office. There's many things that you do, how your whole day goes, sometimes even without lunch. And then later in the evening, by the time you are coming, so that then he can be able to see, oh, it's not easy to make money. It requires resilience, commitment, and purpose. So that then you can start cultivating that in him. In Luke 2:52, the Bible says, Jesus grew in wisdom, stature, and favor. Growth in every area is part of purpose. Boys must be guided to grow, not left to figure it out alone. Number six, the power of a present parent. I always insist on present. Purpose is not built on one long or large speech. It is built in everyday presence, bit by bit. A boy who feels seen at home is less likely to be seen in dangerous places. Your presence communicates something to him. It tells him that he matters. It tells him that he belongs. That's a sense of identity. It gives him a feeling that his life has a direction. He can depend on and rely on you. And when a boy truly believes that, he doesn't have to search for identity in destructive places. A boy without a why will find a how. Let's make sure that the why comes from home, from us. That's why you have to be present in his life. Don't ever let your son's why come from the streets or from the internet or from the wrong crowd. Your son doesn't just need rules. He needs direction, he needs identity and purpose. And you as a parent, you are one of the most powerful voices shaping that future. But he needs to hear you. He needs to connect with you. That's why you need to spend time with him. That's why you need to do things together. If you are a father and listening to this, then know that you have a great task because you are supposed to call out your son. You are supposed to demonstrate. You are supposed to model out who a man is, who a father is, who a husband is. Let your son see it from you and be guided from you. Don't just tell him. They don't relate with what they hear. They relate with what they see. So what is it that they are seeing? How do you treat your wife? How do you treat your children? How do you relate with your siblings? How do you relate with your parents? Now that's what he's picking because years to come, that's what he will replay. So plant the right seed in him. Give him a purpose.